Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. It will upgrade all of the inserters into stack inserters as well. Honestly, I don't really care about that. That's not a major problem for us in the slightest. So that's going to upgrade all of that one. It's just going to keep the steam flowing, and all of the rest of them are going to come down, and they'll be absolutely fine. So that bit coming down there, I don't need that. It can stay going up that way. It goes all the way around. It comes down here. Where's that upgrade? There's the upgrades. So we're also going to upgrade. You know what? Watch this. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. We don't want to go too nuts with this. I need to limit this. So I'm only going to want to upgrade that to that one. That to that one. I'll do the same here. Like that, and I'll do these. I don't want to go upgrading all of the stack inserters. So there, we'll go with the upgrades on there like that. So it's just going to upgrade that lot to blue belts. That way it's not going to upgrade everything else. Okay. Actually think about that. There we go. That's much better. It's only going to take the belts now. So there's quite a few belts all the way through this system. That's it, 1,400 belts need to be upgraded there. So there's a big lot of them there. There's belts in the middle here. There's belts in the middle here. We'll let them all be upgraded. Every single one of those belts can go out and be upgraded and transferred over. That's really good. We've got a beautiful big production of them over here anyway. Well, ish. Pick up 3. We've got a reasonable production of them over here, and then the rest of them are all going into storage. We're going to need those to be used. That's fine. Let them go through and have their upgrade. So now I can come out of that. Right, I've done that bit. I've done my bit over there. I don't want to do any more on that. This down... Wait. Is that not being upgraded? Oh. No, I didn't bother. I didn't upgrade the bit down here. That was kind of the whole idea, was I was supposed to upgrade the bit down here. This was one of the crucial bits to upgrade. Right, I'll run down like that. And then there's another little bit there to upgrade. That's me. I'm doing most of that. I go into me. Oh, I've still got a couple hundred of them. But my robots have stopped completely, so there must already be plenty of belts out there. Oh, no. They've now changed their mind again. They've come out, and some of the robots have sort of had a look at it and thought, well, maybe, and then gave up on it. I wonder why they did it like that, then. Because I've got the belts on me, and they're going out again. It seems to be quite a slow process while they figure out who's got to go where and how it's got to be done. It's a little bit strange that it does it like that, but still, there we go. Let's bring you over this way. There we go. We've got a whole load more of them running through that. All the way down through there. So, that's all of those upgrades done. Except for those 3 right there. There's just 3 left. I'm getting rid of them. And I'm getting rid of that one. And, oh, no, it's done those 3 now. Decided I should do them. And then if I come up here, I guess it's going to do the same again, is it? Go and put a load more of them out. Just thinking about it. Why are you going all the way up there? Bit of a long way to travel. Right, now it's bringing me 33 of them back, which I'll get rid of. And I've got 50 of them. I get rid of that one and that one, so I don't want too many of them sort of kicking around. The rest of those will just have to wait until the factory kind of upgrades them. That's absolutely fine. The upgrades are not going to affect anything. But what I am going to want to do is I'm going to want to do that now. And we take those out. And then I'm going to need to turn that one. Oh, wait a minute. I got that coal coming out there. And I want to turn these around. Like this. You're going to need to go up. Yeah, I was going to go that way. And then that one wants to go into there. And I've got that belt going in that way. Putting these out, they're all going onto one side. So this kind of not how we want to do this. That one needs to go that way and then loop round. No. It actually needs to go and loop round the other way. I've got 3 belts here that I can use. I'm not going to use those. So I'll lift them up like that. And then I'll put that one in on there. And that one's going to go underside like that. And then we will take one here. That one we can get rid of there. And we can do that. And we can do that. And then we can go... Where's my belts? I can run that one in there. And that one can come out there like that. Yeah, we'll just do it like that for a minute. Let them run through that bit, I think. I've got loops going through. I'm then prioritizing out that side. I've got coal and fuel feeding through here, although it doesn't actually... It feeds mostly coal. It doesn't do anything with the solid fuel. I don't think that's any great hardship. And it's just feeding in timber and coal from these right now. It's got 2 lots of coal, and it's got solid fuel and timber going in as well. It's going to prioritize feeding the timber in down to this point. How much timber have we got in storage? 64,000. I won't worry about prioritizing it. We'll just let it sort of drift through like it is doing at the moment. And finally, I'm going to do that. I'm going to upgrade the few in there that I've just changed over. And we're going to leave it like that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a removal. I'm going to remove those. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to remove those. So there, we've got a few belts that are going to come in and do a few bits. So if I'm coming along here, that belt over there is running out that side. I kind of don't want it up there. Although that's just to start with, that's not going to make any difference. So let me remove the belt there like that. Just that little bit. And then if I go here, it will just change over a few of those belts and do any swapsies that it wants to do. Rid of that. Rid of those 45 of them. I've got one more belt has just been brought into me. It's swapping out. Okay. And then I can go back over this side. Now, these, they need a gap of 1. And we're going to go next. We need to start with our smelting iron. Iron smelting is the first important bit that we want to put in here. I got a double line for roboports. Now, I don't actually want to put this up too tight on here. There's some other things that I want to do. One thing that I'd like to do, actually, is I want to come into here. We're going to take our factory basic again. And I'm going to drop that one down here. Okay. I'm going to dump that one there. And I'm going to take that one and we're going to go with hazard concrete. Just because hazard concrete looks quite cool. And then if I do that there. 1,500 concrete being delivered straight into there so that it can process them through. The only problem with this is once it starts going in, it cannot put them in fast enough. Right? It literally cannot put them in fast enough. So what I do with this is I actually put 3 of them down. And then I put those requests in like that. And it can't take them out fast enough either. Especially as I've only got a little blue one doing that job there. Let's just speed that up a little bit. That's going to help. And you can see right there. So I don't technically need those. That one can come out. I don't need that many. But having 2 of them is going to help. So I'll drop that one down there, and we'll just extend that one out a bit, and then I can put another chest down here, and I can put that one on there as well, Go like that. And there you have it. I've got hazard concrete going through and being processed about as fast as we can possibly move it. And I could even have it coming out. Like, if I take that one out there, doesn't really make any difference. But I've now got a little bit of hazard concrete on me. I'll go there a second. I've picked up this massive concrete, which I don't really want on me. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go control and get rid of that. What I do want is a few stacks of hazard concrete. Because this is one thing that I want to do with all of the roboports, is I want to actually mark them out. And this is really, really cool, the way that you can do this, right? I don't want to put the hazard concrete underneath it, but I do want to put it around the edges of them. So I'm going to go into this side for a minute, there, like that, and I don't want it underneath them. I want it just on this side, and I'll run down like that. Put it down to there. That's as far as I want to go. And there I've got some hazard concrete. And you see the stripes that we've got. And I think the stripes look quite cool. It's nighttime at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. It's currently night. Daytime's coming back. The stripes show up a little bit better when you're on daytime. And there are other ways of doing this as well that make the stripes stand out just a little bit better, if I remember correctly. But I want to go all the way along there like that and dump down a load of hazard concrete like that. And I want to line my roboports with hazard concrete all the way through. Just because I personally think it looks really cool. There. So we start off with doing that. We've got some hazard concrete there, and our goggles are just switched off. You've got those lines that go through it. It's not the best one for showing up, but it's reasonable. It is reasonable, and that's what we're going to start with. So then I will go into here. It's swapped over all of this concrete here, which I don't actually need, but we'll just sort of hold it for now. And then we're going to take this one, and that one there. I don't want that to go. I don't want it to sort of go into the edge of the hazard concrete. So up there, that's too high. I don't want it to go there. I want it to drop down by one more on that side. But then I want to move it over this way. 1, 2, like that. That's where I want to put the first one down, like that. So I've now requested 1,000 iron ore in each of those. But what we're also going to do is we're going to drop one of those there on that end and one of them there on that end. And that's just going to help boost some of these here. So I'm going to go up like that, and I will take that there. And I'll drop them into that bit. So just to put them onto the end. And that's the first part of the build. Now, those at the top, they're sort of, at the moment, they're not going to make any difference. It's not going to make any big changes to anything. It's not going to affect anything. If I go in here a minute and I make 10 more speed beacons, because those are really going to help us, and I go back to the iron ore, what I do next is I actually put those over the top, because then those speed beacons, they will boost both sides. We'll get the boost off of both of them, and that's how you take care of the power. Because you remember, if we plonk that one down, if I was to put that one there, I'd be completely wasting those speed beacons. Ideally, also, I drop that one in. I think it might be better just to try and stagger these differently, but I've never really bothered with that. You could maybe just, like, tweak the production of it a little tiny bit better. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. I mean, see how fast we're whacking this through? The inserters are doing their job on both sides, and we're really pumping this stuff through now. Right? It's absolutely pounding it through, and it's going to start making a difference down here. Iron plate is still low. But this is why we also need roboports. And this is where the next bit comes in for this. Right? There's another bit that we need to do. So before I do that, before I do the next bit of my fantastical design here, I'm going to drop that lot in there. So I got 3 lines. 3 lines of furnaces and 3 lines of beacons all the way through. Then We go back into here, and this is where we start to change things over a little bit on here as well. I've got that extra line. I've got those beacons there, which I'm making. Oh, actually, my robots are chucking beacons out here. I don't want to be chucking beacons out here. I want to put a beacon there, and I want to put a beacon in there, like that. And I want to put those there and there, like that. Put those in. And then... Right. This is the bit where I've got to... I need to sort of think about this carefully. Go through this little bit slowly and just kind of figure out exactly where I want every single little tiny line and stripe on this in order to make it work. So that it fits in with these beacons, with these roboports as well. So if we go in here and we take that one out and I drop that down, that there would be the edge of the roboport. So we've actually got a spare gap right there, which is not what I want. That's in the wrong spot. I mean, if I go there, that's still in the wrong spot. Ooh, is that going to be in the wrong spot whatever I do? No, it's not. Maybe I want to... Okay, maybe I need to put one more of these down. So let's put another one of these. I can always lift it up again. There's nothing to stop us from lifting it up again. I want to make sure that we get this absolutely spot on correct. So if I drop that one in there, where is that going to end up? That's exactly the same spot. Right, I've got a slight miscalculation on this, but never mind. It doesn't matter if we've got a slight miscalculation. What I do want to do next is... I got no roboports. Actually, I've got roboports demanded up there, so this may end up rushing a few of them off up there, but we'll hope for the best. We'll hope that we can keep some of these. I need to... I can't put roboport there, so I need to put one down here underneath, because there's not enough room to drop a roboport in that line. Right, if I come out there and I keep going on that dead same line, is not enough room. And if I come down here on this line, right there, which would be kind of the ideal spot to go and put it, I've got a little bit of a gap in there, which I don't like. Right, it's too much of a gap. But I like to have this hazard concrete around all of the main robot lines, which is kind of what's throwing a spanner in the works here. Because I'm going to need more robot lines. The number of these furnaces that we're having, we're going to need robot lines sort of running in between some of these as well. And I generally, in the past, have done 3. I do tend to cram them up, though. Maybe I should just drop these in and have these out of sync with the outside lines. I suppose I could just leave it like that. We could have a double line. I could put the second line down here. I got interrupted there for a minute. Real life intruded. So now, where was I? I can either just put those in, or I can do what I've actually done in the past, and I can simply just bump those right up tight against them. The only problem with doing that is that then these roboports in this line won't be powered, because the power lines in there, they won't actually reach them. So we do need a bit of space, so I might as well do a double line so that I've got room for power lines up above them as well. And yeah, it's just slightly annoying that they're out by a tiny little bit. They're out by 2 spaces. That's what they are. They're out by 2 spaces, and they're out by 2 spaces here. It's because this setup that we've got does fit sort of exactly in line with roboports. So it doesn't matter how far down I move them, they're going to be out by about that much, which is slightly frustrating to me, as I'm sure many of you can appreciate. So what we'll do instead is I'm going to drop one there, and I'm going to drop one there, and then I'm going to get rid of that one so that it's not there at all. And then I'm going to drop one down there underneath, and we're going to have... That's going to leave a awfully big gap there. That is a lot of wasted space. You know, no, we're not going to do that. Much as I would love to have the whole thing really fully in line, I won't. I will do it like this. We will leave a gap of 1 space in there. These ones will just be out of line. So I'll... Yeah, down by 1. I'll put that one there, and I will put that one there. So we got a double on that bit. So then what I will do is I will go for copy. Copy that bit. Drop these out like that, which means that I can go back over here a minute and I can just drop that back in so that all the power goes back in onto those. It's not good that we've got 0 power connectivity to the whole of the rest of the system. Don't really want that. I'll just add in a little bit there for a minute. And then we'll come back over here. So I've got those going in place. I will build some more robots. Not robots, roboports. We'll build a few more of them. And I will go paste in here. Drop that one there. Like that. And I'll drop that one in there. So that's that bit there. We've got those up and running now. Then what we will do is we will run power along there. And we'll go back into here and we will run power along there as well. It's not quite gone out evenly, but still. Yeah, that'll be fine. Drop that in. I'm actually just going to do it like this so that I cover every part of it. And there is method to this madness. Well, I guess it doesn't matter all that much. So there is the very beginning of this whole setup. We're going to sort of go along those lines, I think. And we've got a little bit of hazard concrete coming down the side there. I'm going to take the hazard concrete again, and this time I'm not going to put such a big line of it. I'm going to do... No, I'm going to minus and minus there. It's just going to be one line. I'm just going to do a single stripe along there. And I'm going to come over this side, and I'm going to do a single stripe along there as well. Just like that. So there's the hazard concrete coming underneath that, and then it's a double line along the top up there, which is... I want a double line around all the way around the edges of these. Apart from in there, that's not going to be a double line, it's going to be a single line. Maybe I should just go with a single. If I moved everything up by 1 space, that would be 1 space higher up on there. That wouldn't benefit me at all. That's the way I've got this. That would just... Oh no, it's up here, isn't it? It's 1 space higher up. It's literally just gonna fit right in on that, and it's not... No. No, we're just gonna do it like this. We're just gonna keep it exactly like we've got it right here. So that one there now, I will... Actually, I know that we've got the blueprint, and the blueprint is really good, but what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna copy that whole thing there. And then I'm going to bring it along this way, and we're going to just marry that one up like that, and I'm going to paste that down like that, and then I'm going to do the same over this side as well. Drop that into there. And that will do an exact replica all the way across, and then we go over this way a little bit further, and I do that again. Like that. Everything goes in. Except the only the only thing we've got here is those the poles aren't sort of lining up exactly right. Not lining up perfectly where I'd want them, but that's a minor inconvenience. So I've got that line along there. And then I'm going to go back down here, and I'm going to go copy here. And I'm going to copy that one, poles and all. And that's why I was joining the poles together. So then I could put them along here. And I'll do that. And then I'll come over here and I will do that. Is that? That's actually going to fit, isn't it? There, I'll drop that in. Okay. That's fit all the way along there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to here, and I'm going to take the concrete, And I'm going to go to that point, and I'm going to do that all the way along there. So I've got hazard concrete that runs all the way out through. And I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to do the same again. I've run out. Right, that'll do for a minute. So there we go. We've got that huge, great big bit all placed down. The furnaces, they've actually gone and placed them all down already. It does surprise me. I didn't expect them to drop the furnaces in quite so quickly. And the slow point that we've got for a second is going to be these. 1, 2, 3. I'll make another 8 of them myself. But as this iron is now starting to be made, these are now going to be getting more iron fed into them, which is really fantastic. They're going to be getting more iron delivered. And if we look over there, we've got 33 in delivery at the moment. But as these are filled up, and they actually start to run as well, and we've got a huge demand. We've got a massive demand on iron ore coming in. I've got very little in storage. You look here, I've got 2.1 million copper in storage, but I have very little other copper anywhere else. And iron ore, we've got none. Iron ore is practically none at this point, so we're now needing to get another sort of a big feeding of the stuff coming into the base. It'll take a minute or two. Eventually, remember, we got 1,000 iron ore being demanded in every single one of those chests that I've just plonked down, which is going to take a while. And if we zoom out a little bit, that one there, I'm covering 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to be going out to this side over here. We're going to go out a little bit further than we are right now, and then it's going to come down this way a lot further. We want to head over, and we want to start building the copper bit next. So that one's going to come out there. We want a roboport highway there, and then we're going to want one that's going to run right up through the middle, right here. And it's going to... pretty well. Ideally, I want to carry it on from where I am right now. Take that right the way across, I think. This one here, it goes slightly out of sync of all the rest of them, which is a bit of a shame, but it's something I think we can live with. I think we can live with that, because then this pattern here, we can duplicate that pattern, and I can run it again down here, and as we need more iron, it's going to sort of become more and more invaluable. The next up is going to be the steel. Now, the steel is a bit of a problem, because what I'd normally do is I would put the steel below the iron, but then you run out of, you sort of think, oh, now I need more iron and more steel, and suddenly you've got to lift up the whole lot and move it all around again. And that's a major disruption on the base. I kind of don't want to do that, but at the same time, I still need to be able to keep everything running. I still need to be able to keep it all flowing smoothly. And again, we're back to how can we actually make that work properly? Becomes a bit of an issue. So steel is a little bit slow, but I've got 38,000 steel, so I mean, it's not a major problem at the moment. I've got spare steel. I do also have spare copper as well. That is, again, it's another thing that we're not exactly short of. The final robot lines that we wanted is this one here, which is actually that line right there. Comes up through, so it's right in line with this one. Comes up through there, so this lot is all going to have to be moved. And then right where I am here, all of this lot, that's going to be moved, and we're going to do like a big robot highway type situation that will run up through the middle of the base. And that's going to be another major transport line. But I put these double lines of roboports absolutely everywhere that I can. The more double lines of roboports that you can put in anywhere, the better, because it helps it keep everything moving along. And we've now actually got a shortage of red circuits. Of course we have. That makes... yes, of course we have. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.